Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So I kind of wanted to talk about my NBA Finals matchup and stuff like that because there's a lot of teams that people have potentially getting there, and teams that people I think are overrated, teams that they think are underrated, and stuff like that. And I just want to talk about who I think the Finals matchup is going to be and why. And talk about maybe some specific players and stuff like that. So I think this will be a more fun video, more all-around video. And it should be pretty entertaining. So I'm just going to get it out on Front Street immediately. I think the two teams that are going to be meeting each other in the NBA Finals are the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. I just think when Kevin Durant is back, and you know they did get TJ Warren as a part of that trade, I think that they're going to make it all the way to the finals and win the finals. I find it hard to believe that any team in the West is going to be able to contain Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. And then you got, Cam Payne, you have TJ Warren coming off the bench. I still think they have Bam Adebayo on their team, who's a decent backup center. Like, I just find it hard to believe that teams are going to be able to compete with that. I just do. They're a team that, yeah, they got rid of Cam Johnson, they got rid of Mikal Bridges, but they're still their starting five is still probably the best in the NBA. It's that good, and yeah, I get it. It's very rare that a team makes a move at the deadline and it pays off in a championship, but Phoenix could very well be the first. Kevin Durant is a guy that you can pretty much plug and play into any fucking team or any system, and it's gonna work. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see how the playoffs pan out this year. On the flip side of the ball, opposite side, the Milwaukee Bucks have just been amazing all year without Chris Middleton very much. And Chris Middleton is back now. He's only played 26 games this year. He's only started for 13 of them, shooting abysmal from the fucking floor this year. I will say that, but there's not a big sample size there. And to me, the idea that they were able to achieve the 1 seed in the East without him this year says a lot about, I think, Giannis and that team as a whole. Brook Lopez is in Defensive Player of the Year talks this year. Drew Holiday is always a good player. He's a great defender, great solid player. They're getting Chris Middleton back. They have a lot of depth. They're a very good team unit. Like they have Bobby Portis, who is a baller at this point. So I just gotta say, like, I really think the Bucks and the Suns are going to be there. Now, there's other people who are going to bring up the Celtics. There's people who are going to bring up the Denver Nuggets. There's people who are going to bring up the 76ers. And I understand that to an extent. But do I think Philadelphia is better than Milwaukee? No. Do I think Boston is better than Milwaukee? Potentially. But the problem is in their last 12 games, they've won 6 of them. The Boston Celtics seem to be going through a bit of a rough patch right now. They're still a really good team. It's just they picked a really bad time to start having fuck-ups. Same thing with the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are another team that, I guess statistically, have the highest odds of winning the NBA championship this year right now. It's either them or Milwaukee, one of the two. But I feel like once Denver runs into Phoenix, it's not going to end well for Denver. Like, I get it. Nikola Jokic is the league MVP. To me, I think he's an outstanding player. And yeah, they've had some improvement on their roster. I will say that. They have a solid team. Michael Porter Jr., after the season he had last year, I was a little worried about Michael Porter Jr. But this year, man, Michael Porter Jr. is playing out of his mind. I mean, he's shooting 49% from the field this year. He's shooting 41% from 3, 80% from the free throw line on 17 points a game, while only averaging 1 turnover a game, basically 1.1, 0.6 steals, 0.5 blocks, 5 rebounds a game, 1 assist. I mean, like, this is a guy, yeah, he's played 54 games this year, but Michael Porter Jr. is only 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's putting up these numbers, and honestly, if Michael Porter Jr. were on any other team, right? If he were not the third option on the Denver Nuggets, you put Michael Porter Jr. on a team like the Pacers or, a team that would make him a number 1 scoring option or even like a second scoring option, he would average 20 a game pretty easily, actually. So, you know, like for example, like the Brooklyn Nets, right? Like we all saw the jump Mikal Bridges took when he went to the Brooklyn Nets, and they're a team that could potentially upset somebody this year with how good their defense is now. But like, you see guys like Mikal Bridges, who it's like when he went to Brooklyn, I don't think anybody knew he was capable of that. You know what I'm saying? And now Michael Porter Jr. is in a similar situation where it's like if he went to the right team, I mean, like, honestly, if I'm the Pacers, like, you have like a shit ton of first round picks this year, I would not be mad at them for trading like a couple of their first round picks and trying to get Michael Porter Jr. At 24 years old, the dude is an automatic bucket. Get it? I understand the back problems and the astronomical contract, but like, he's a guy that, if he was given the keys to the if he was given the keys to the car, man, he could take you there. So, you know, they got Jamal Murray back. You know, they have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope still, Aaron Gordon. Like, yeah, they're a loaded team, but I don't know. Denver has more depth than Phoenix, but I just don't think Denver started. Like, I just don't think there's any way that Michael Porter Jr. is going to be holding Kevin Durant. I just don't. They have Terrence Ross, too. I forgot it. Darius Baisley. Yeah, like, Phoenix has some depth, man. Like, Darius Baisley is very good. TJ Warren can be very good. Terrence Ross is very good. Bismack Biyombo is very good for a bench. Like, these are bench guys, but they're all solid bench guys. Do they still have Cameron Payne? I think they do. Yeah, they do. They still have Cam Payne, or 38 games. Yeah. So, yeah, they still have Cameron Payne. So, yeah, I like Phoenix as my pick. I really do. I just think Denver's very good, but I just don't think Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., and Aaron Gordon and Jokic are going to be enough to take on Devin Booker and Kevin Durant and Chris Paul. So, I don't know, man. That's just my take on it. You know, Boston could be a surprise. I know they're not really a surprise team, but if they can pull it back together in the playoffs, I think they're a team that could really go far. As far as teams like Toronto and Miami and Atlanta, they're having a fucking mid-off, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I don't expect any of those teams to get past the second round. I just don't. Atlanta's fucking horrible, okay? Like, they're just a team that I'm, like, neither hot nor cold on. Like, I'm more cold than hot on Atlanta. Miami is another team. Okay, yeah, you have Jimmy Butler, you have Bam Adebayo, but their bench, I feel like, lacks a lot. The Knicks could maybe upset somebody, but do I pick them to beat anybody in a series of 7? No. Cleveland's another team. Cleveland could upset somebody. I don't know who they're going to upset, but if Cleveland has to play Boston or Milwaukee in the second round, I don't think Cleveland's going to win that. I'm not a huge fan of Sacramento, not a huge fan of Memphis. Even the Clippers, I'm not a huge fan of unless Kawhi goes fucking stupid. Dallas, I'm not very huge on. Minnesota, I'm not huge on. The play-in teams, I'm not huge on. The Lakers are a team that some people are like, oh, the Lakers are going to make a run. No, they're not. Who else? Minnesota, no. Golden State, Golden State plays like shit when they're not playing at home, so I don't even think Golden State's going to go very far. They'll make it out of the first round. Maybe they'll make it to the second round, but that's as far as I see them going. There's not a lot of teams here that I'm just like, yeah, they're going to do great. Like Golden State, I definitely think Denver and Phoenix maybe end up in the Western Conference Finals. Like those are just the two teams that I'm like, yeah, like, or you know, in the semis, like I could see them being there. But those are the only two teams that I like in the West to win it all. In the East, Milwaukee and Boston are the two teams I like the most to win it all. So that's pretty much it. But other than that, tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like, helps me out, subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.